I'm Tom Kazmarski, co-founder of Chicago Innovation. In a year when we all feel isolated and disconnected from each other, we are so grateful to all the people who remind us why we need to stay connected to the innovation community and why we all love Chicago. Please join us in meeting some of these great people now.
Chicago innovators inspire me by the creativity of their thinking.
They make me feel that anything is possible.
Innovators are the most courageous among us.
They never quit.
Courage to take risks and think beyond expectations.
Never to underestimate the ingenuity of inventors and innovators.
Innovators inspire us because they show us new possibilities.
I'm inspired by their visions.
They harness infinite possibilities to make people's lives better.
Others might see problems or nuisances, but a true innovator sees an opportunity.
Time and time again, Chicagoans have literally risen from the ashes to rebuild a new future.
I love Chicago because it's such a beautiful city.
Cultural richness.
I feel so fortunate to live here.
In fact, I love everything Chicago.
You can find a home and a place to thrive in Chicago.
I love Chicago. I think Chicago is the place where anybody can dare to dream and then dream into action.
Unique blend of humility, optimism, innovation, and community all coming together.
I love Chicago's diverse community and how we're all here to support each other.
Very, very strong entrepreneurial ecosystem.
The most innovative companies in the world.
It's a diverse place where real things get built and big ideas start.
I love everything about Chicago
because it's resilient.
I love Chicago because it is a vibrant city filled with endless opportunity.
And the possibilities for inclusivity.
I love its people.
Each neighborhood having its unique qualities and individual cultures.
We think we've done so much. Just wait, there's a lot more ahead. Now that's inspiring.
Amidst adversity,
innovators shine.
They don't
back down when
the going gets
tough.
They
speed up.
They
build a better tomorrow.
And we're
proudly
rising
together
to celebrate them
today.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome tonight's co-hosts, Chicago Innovation Executive Director Luke Tannen, Chicago Innovation Board Member and CEO of IC Stars, Sandy Castrol, Chicago Innovation Award Board Member and the Senior Director of Corporate Social Responsibility, Sustainability, and Impact at Horizon Therapeutics, Holly Copeland, and Chicago Innovation Co-Founder, Tom Kazmarski, here again for his 19th consecutive year.
Welcome, everyone, to the 19th Annual Chicago Innovation Awards. As our friends and supporters said in that video, tonight is all about rising together for Chicago's innovators.
I suppose that's why each of us have these hot air balloons, right, Tom?
And you know what, Holly? It's a pretty clever way to maintain social distance, too.
That's true, Sandy. It's also a great way to see the entire city. It sure is beautiful up here.
It sure is. I couldn't agree more, Luke. Chicago is the best, especially when it comes to innovation. In a challenging year, Chicago's innovators have developed some amazing new products, services, processes, and business models that we'll honor today.
This year's awards are a tribute to these innovators, but it is also a tribute to Chicago.
And since we're not able to be together with 1,500 of our friends at the Harris Theater, as in the past, we'll be honoring the winners all over the city today at some of the most iconic and beloved places that make Chicago special, but have been shuttered during this pandemic.
Wow, Holly, what a nice celebration of our city.
Indeed. We're taking our winners and all of you for a memorable journey throughout our city. It's like a love poem to Chicago.
And we have got so much in store.
We'll have entertainment from Chicago's Musicality, a semifinalist on America's Got Talent.
There will be live prize giveaways.
Celebrities popping in during the show.
Mini keynote remarks from Miles White, Executive Chairman of Abbott, which has won more Chicago Innovation Awards than any company in our 19-year history.
Plus remarks from the governor, mayor, and Cook County President.
All all those elected officials remind me how important it is for us all to vote on November 3rd. Speaking of which, I think I can see Springfield and the governor's mansion from all the way over here. Let's speed over there.
Good evening, everyone. I'm delighted to join you virtually at the 19th Annual Chicago Innovation Awards. I've always loved the Chicago Innovation Awards for its ability to shine a spotlight on our state as a hub of innovation and entrepreneurship. The winners each year are the organizations that are driving the economy forward and creating great jobs and opportunities for the people of Illinois and beyond. But this year's Chicago Innovation Awards takes on an added level of significance. Given all the challenges that we face at this moment in our history, we need innovation more than ever. We need more bold thinkers and more brave risk takers to solve our toughest problems. We need more innovators to continue generating new ideas that lead to humanity's greatest triumphs and remind us that we're all in this together. Today's Chicago Innovation Awards are a reminder of the power of the human spirit to overcome any obstacle, especially those yet to be conquered. I want to applaud efforts of Tom Kuzmarski, Luke Tannen, and the rest of the Chicago Innovation team for their commitment to revolutionizing this city and this industry, as well as adapting these awards to the challenges of the pandemic. I also want to recognize all of you tuning in for your work, whether you won tonight or not, because I know it makes a difference. One of my great joys as governor is watching Illinoisans create jobs and shape their communities for the better. I'm proud of you, and on behalf of the people of Illinois, I wish you good fortune and congratulations.
Thanks so much, Governor Pritzker. For sure, innovators make us proud. And I can't believe the Chicago Innovation Awards has been celebrating these brave risk takers for the past 19 years.
The Chicago Innovation Award winners have accomplished a lot in that time. Out of 310 past winners, 98% are still in business, and 51 have been acquired for exit values over $108 billion.
And this year's 272 Chicago Innovation Award nominees are further proof that innovation leads directly to economic growth for our region.
This year's nominees collectively generated over $5.6 billion in new revenues and created 7,332 new jobs.
I bet Mayor Lori Lightfoot would like those stats. Look, there's City Hall. Follow me, everyone.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, and I'm excited to join you today at the 19th Annual Chicago Innovation Awards. This is my second straight year taking part in this yearly celebration of innovation across industries and sectors. And I'm proud to see some of our city's most innovative organizations celebrated for their achievements. What particularly excites me about today's winners is that they all hail from all over our city, including our historic South and West Sides. That's in part because of Chicago's innovation's vision, which is that innovation is for everyone, regardless of gender, age, race, or what neighborhood you call home. By making inclusion foundational to innovation, we can ensure that the economic growth and prosperity it brings are distributed in an equitable way. The Chicago Innovation Awards remind us that diversity is our greatest strength, and I encourage everyone attending today's event to find ways to invest in the futures of our city's hardworking innovators and entrepreneurs that come from underrepresented backgrounds. Through collaboration, our city's large corporations, startups, nonprofits, universities, and government can rise together and move us forward by creating in-demand jobs and making those jobs accessible to all. I'd like to thank the entire team at the Chicago Innovation Awards for spotlighting what makes our city unique and positioning Chicago as a global magnet for talent, investment, and innovation. Thank you, and please continue to be safe.
Thank you, Mayor. Innovation is for everyone is the mantra that drives everything Chicago Innovation does throughout the year.
That's why Horizon Therapeutics has been proud to sponsor the Chicago Innovation Women's Mentoring Co-op to support female innovators and the Chicago Student Invention Convention, which brings invention education to K through 8th grade students throughout the city.
We strongly believe that innovation is for everyone. This inspired us to create our Ageless Innovators Intergenerational Co-Mentoring Program to support older adults and bridge generations.
I know another big supporter of our Innovation is for Everyone vision, Cook County President Toni Preckwinkle. And there's her office. Oh, it's thunder and lightning, but we're resilient Chicagoans and I'm not afraid of bad weather. I'm heading down and swooping in.
Hello, this is Toni Preckwinkle, President of the Cook County Board of Commissioners. Welcome to the 19th annual and first ever Chicago Virtual Innovation Awards. I'm delighted to be back with the Chicago Innovation and with our communities of innovators. Over the past 8 years, I've had the honor of speaking at these awards. Through my involvement, I've learned about the quality and depth of our regional innovation talent. And I'm pleased to note that Chicago Innovation continues to expand its regional reach through inclusivity and diversity. 2 of the newer award categories, Neighborhood and Social Innovation, are examples of how we recognize important catalysts for change in our communities. In order for us to rise together, equity must be the constant partner to innovation. At the county, examples of our commitment to inclusivity include the recently established Office of Research Operations and Innovation, and the creation of a Chief Equity Officer position. Finally, I'm very proud that Cook County is a top 100 finalist in today's award ceremony for its innovative formula to distribute COVID-19 relief funds to 130 municipalities on an equitable basis. Equity and innovation is a significant part of how Cook County works. I wish all our regional innovators great success and urge you to continue your good work. Thank you.
Phew, I'm glad the weather got nice again. And thank you, President Preckwinkle. We are so grateful for the support of leaders like you, the mayor, and the governor.
Not only does Chicago depend on its government leaders, but we depend on our corporate leaders too. And we are lucky to have an amazing group of corporate sponsors. Let's meet them now.
If you didn't think innovation was important in 2019, 2020 proved you absolutely wrong.
2020 has been an incredibly challenging year for many of us. To me, rising together means that you find compassion in one another's shadows as well as the light. It's about working collectively to elevate ourselves and our community. And Chicago Innovation is helping create an environment that is compassionate and empowering.
We need innovators and entrepreneurs working towards a common vision. Alone, we can do so little. Together, we can do so much.
Not only does Comcast serve millions of customers in the Chicago region, we also have more than 6,000 employees here. We're your friends, we're your neighbors, and we're your family. To rise together, we all have to be connected.
Today, more than ever, we need to remember that even when our city is faced with challenging times, Chicagoans will always rise together.
Rising together means building back. Building back with technology. Technology to be more effective, more sustainable, more agile, more diverse, more representative, to be connected with the democratization of information.
Chicago Innovation Awards brings together many companies that share this vision. The vision of embracing change and turning change into something positive to help better the communities we live in and the communities that we serve. And we're doing this all here in Chicago, which has a long history of innovation.
All of our sponsors have been rising together with us this year. And thanks to them, Chicago Innovation has been able to deliver 100% of its programs and events virtually during the pandemic to our community. You know, there's even been the silver lining in going virtual that we've been able to reach a wider audience. Last year, we had over 7,300 people attending our in-person events, But this year, we are on pace to have over 9,000 people attending our virtual events. And it is our sponsors who are central to the growth of the Chicago innovation community, including our founding Diamond sponsor, Theron Technology Solutions, as well as Diamond sponsors SMS Assist, Accenture, Wintrust, and Walgreens. Our gold sponsors, Comcast Business and Exelon. Our silver sponsor, Vetter Price. Bronze sponsors, Energy BBDO, Crown Castle, Thompson Coburn, and Granger. And our media sponsors, Intersection, Clear Channel Outdoor, WBBM News Radio, NBC Chicago, and Crane's Chicago Business.
Now let's start honoring the winners. Besides being celebrated today, the winners will ring the NASDAQ bell in New York City, meet with leaders at the United Nations Foundation, and have roundtable sit-downs with the mayor, governor, and Cook County President to discuss how innovation can support the growth of our region.
Let's kick off the awards with our Wintrust Chicago Neighborhood Awards and our Collaboration Award. The Wintrust Chicago Neighborhood Awards annually celebrates organizations that are solving challenges in Chicago's neighborhoods. And the Collaboration Award honors 2 organizations that co-developed an innovation. Now, where should we honor those winners?
Ooh, I see we're floating over Wrigley Field. And I think I see some winners at home plate. To introduce them, please welcome a Diamond sponsor of Chicago Innovation and a presenting sponsor of our mentoring and inclusion programs, the founder and CEO of Wintrust, Ed Waymer.
Thank you, Tom. The first winner I'd like to present with this year's Wintrust Chicago Neighborhood Award is iGrow Chicago for its Peace Campus. By transforming abandoned homes and vacant lots into community-led resources, iGrow Chicago's Peace Campus works to build skills, foster connection, promote a safe and thriving community in Englewood.
At iGrow Chicago, our motto is, if in doubt, love. Our approach to solving any problem in our community is to approach it with love and to provide love to every member of our community who steps foot onto our Peace Campus. And our Peace Campus is really our biggest innovation. It's the way that we reach all of the members of our community, we solve all of the problems of our community, and we build all the resources that our community needs. And that's really our biggest innovation. We're in an environment where there aren't a lot of resources for our community members. There aren't places where people can go to get the help that they need. And even if there are, it's often unsafe for our community members to travel there. So by providing a space in the neighborhood that our community members came together and built alongside with us, programs that our community members designed with us, we were able to bring something to the corner that just didn't exist without iGrow and the community members who helped us. So we're very thankful for this Chicago Innovation Award. We're thankful for the opportunity to talk about our work, to share more about iGrow Chicago and the wonderful community at 64th and Honoree that wrapped our arms around us. Englewood gets a bad rap, but there are a lot of beautiful, wonderful stories there and a lot of great people who are helping us to push our work forward. And so, you know, we're thankful for all of you who are learning a little bit more about our work, and we ask that if you're interested in jumping in with us to visit us at igrowchicago.org or just come down to 64th and Honoree and see how you can help. That if in doubt, love spirit covers everything that we do, and we want to bring everyone we can into that.
Next winner I'd like to present is City Tech Collaborative for their Chicago Health Atlas, a community health data resource that lets residents, community organizations, and public health stakeholders easily search, analyze, and download neighborhood-level health data for the city of Chicago.
City Tech brings together tech organizations, government, startups, and residents to address problems that are too big for one organization to solve on their own. The Atlas is an open-source, public-facing data repository that houses all of Chicago's public health data. We use this data with organizations to determine the impact they can have in their own communities on their health by using this data that we visualize for them. City Tech would like to thank the Otho S.A. Sprague Memorial Institute for its generous and ongoing support of the Chicago Health Atlas, our data partners, Chicago Department of Public Health, Sinai Urban Health Institute, MapCores, Here Technologies, and Clarity Partners, LLC, right here in Chicago. Our team would like to thank Chicago Innovation for this honor.
The next winner I'd like to present is Chicago Hopes for Kids, the only organization in Chicago providing direct in-shelter academic services to students experiencing homelessness by providing targeted support for one of the most vulnerable populations of students in Chicago. They're helping Chicago's homeless youth from falling further behind, providing access to greater future opportunity and closing the digital divide.
Students experiencing homelessness typically fall 1 to 2 grade levels behind their peers. This results in lower high school graduation rates and lifelong lack of resources and opportunities. In addition, most students living in shelters don't have access to devices and Wi-Fi that's required for remote learning with COVID-19. So in partnership with the Reva and David Logan Foundation, Chicago Hopes for Kids developed some innovative solutions. We've delivered Wi-Fi hotspots, tablets, and Chromebooks to students living in shelters throughout the city. In addition, we've provided virtual and in-person programming with appropriate social distancing and remote learning tools. These solutions are making a real impact. We're helping our students from falling further behind, providing access to future opportunities, and helping close the digital divide. So thank you, Chicago Innovation. On behalf of Chicago Hopes for Kids, this award means a tremendous amount to us, and it's going to make a real impact for students and families experiencing homelessness.
And finally, it's my pleasure to introduce this year's winner of the Collaboration Award, Chicago Community Trust and the United Way of Metro Chicago, which teamed up to launch the Chicago Community COVID-19 Response Fund. The fund was created to unite the Chicago region's philanthropic community, support local nonprofit organizations, providing essential resources to the neighborhoods.
The Chicago Community Trust and the United Way came together to form a fund to raise resources to be able to get support to families most impacted by the COVID pandemic.
Together, we were able to raise over $35 million, and we were able to deploy those dollars to impact neighborhoods and families across our region. And really, our impact was threefold. First, it provided basic needs like food and shelter at a critical time for our city. Also, we're able to extend internet to over 100,000 students all across the city to ensure that they have it for the next 4 years. And finally, we laid the foundation for a new way of working together between the corporate, philanthropic, and government communities to better serve our region as a whole.
We want to thank the Chicago community, particularly the philanthropic community, the business and corporate community, the individuals who all came together and helped us to raise the resources that were necessary to provide support to families most impacted by the COVID pandemic.
It's inspiring to see such innovation coming from Chicago's diverse neighborhoods and the collaborative spirit of people coming together to do great things. That reminds me of another great collaboration that come from Chicago's neighborhoods, the musical group Musicality.
Musicality started as a collection of CPS students at Curie High School on the southwest side of Chicago. Now, their school did not have much funding for music programs, so their teacher, Michael Gibson, hosted practices in the school's hallways and their stairwells. They got so good that they tried out for NBC's America's Got Talent, and they made it all the way to the semifinals on national television. Musicality has been a regular act performing at Chicago Innovation events for the past 5 years, but I am sad to say that this will be Chicago-based Musicality's last farewell performance for anyone, anywhere. But going out on a high note with a performance of High Hopes, please welcome Musicality.
Mama said, fulfill the prophecy, be something great. Go make a legacy, manifest destiny. Back in the day, we wanted everything. We wanted everything.
Mama said, bring your biographies, rewrite your history, light up your wildest dreams. Museum victories, every day we wanted everything, wanted everything.
Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated. All tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting.
Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high Mama said, don't give up, it's a little complicated. All tied up, no more love, and I'd hate to see you waiting.
They say it's all been done, but they haven't seen the best in me. So I got one more run, and it's gonna be a sight to say. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living, shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a time, but I always had a vision, always had high hopes. Had to have high hopes for a living. Didn't know how, but I always had a feeling I was gonna be that one in a million. Always had high hopes.
Thank you so much, Musicality. We're going to miss you so much.
Musicality reminds me of the incredible talents that exist in our schools. As you'll see in this short video, Chicago Innovation has worked with over 11,500 K through 8th grade students over the past 3 years who have taken part in the Chicago Student Invention Convention.
I think students are naturally good at science and engineering. They are naturally good thinkers, they are naturally creative, and I think sticking with a program like this allows them to master their skills, to share their skills, and to break out into ideas that may not be typically presented in classroom studies, and so a program like this allows them to branch out and investigate more.
The funnest part was probably seeing my invention work. Something you created, your idea, work out.
It's been a tough year for Chicago students, but the Chicago Student Invention Convention has been a bright spot, teaching the lifelong skills of creativity, problem solving, and resilience to K through 8th graders when they've needed it most. I'm in awe of these young inventors, and I always say that the future Chicago Innovation Award winners are students in our own schools.
And thank you to our Chicago Student Invention Convention sponsors, Molex, Encyclopedia Britannica, Horizon Therapeutics, CME Group, Exelon, Radio Flyer, and WBBM News Radio 780 and 105.9 FM.
Now it is my honor to introduce one of Chicago's most distinguished innovators. Miles White is the executive chairman of the board of Abbott, a global healthcare company with a leading portfolio of products and technologies in diagnostics, medical devices, nutritionals, and pharmaceuticals, with over 100,000 employees worldwide. Miles was Abbott's CEO from 1999 to 2020, and during his time as CEO, Abbott received a stunning 10 Chicago Innovation Awards. Please welcome my friend for the past 36 years, Miles White.
Hello. I'm glad to be with you for one of the great annual Chicago events, this year in a new form, which is appropriate for the Innovation Awards. Tom Kuzmarski asked me to address 2 questions this evening. First, how has Abbott stayed so committed to innovation over the long term? And second, why is it important for large corporations, startups, nonprofits, and government to all be focused on innovation in order to grow the Chicago region? I've got one answer for both questions: necessity. Business is always about what's next, as is life. Both organisms and organizations must keep evolving to remain vital and relevant. As a company that's been in business for more than 130 years, Abbott provides a clear illustration. You might assume that a company that old will be slow, backward-looking, set in its ways. But almost by definition, that can't be true, because a company can't last 130 years without reinventing itself constantly for the changing world around it. Abbott has done so time and again over the decades it's been in business. The underlying purpose has always been the same: advancing medical technology to improve people's lives. But the ways we do it change constantly, along with science, with medicine, and with society. How have we built that evolutionary imperative into the company? By weaving it into everything we do. In other words, our culture. Pioneering is one of our stated core values, taught to every Abbott person. We make it clear to everyone who joins the company, and continually thereafter, that we're here to create the future of healthcare. And we make it equally clear that the same principle applies in everything we do as a company, not just the lab. Because everything can always be better, and it's our job to make it that way. And we infuse this idea not just through our language and through training, but through our most fundamental activities. A notable example is our annual planning process. The focus is always on what's new for next year, for the next 3 years, for the next 5 years. How are we going to keep developing our business to deliver what our customers are going to need in the future? We insist on staying current and relevant. So whether you're thinking in terms of 130 years or just getting through 2020, if you want your organization to see the future, be the one to invent it. Thank you, and enjoy the program.
Thank you, Miles. Now it's time for our first of 3 prize giveaways, $300 in gift cards to Boca Restaurant Group. To win the prize, we're going to ask the audience for a little bit of trivia. If you know the answer, give us a call. The first person to call Paul Kitty, our events director, at this number with the correct answer wins the $300 Boca Restaurant Group gift card. Here's the question. What is the NBC sitcom named after the place where we all used to spend our 9-to-5s? I'll give you a clue. It starred characters Michael Scott, Dwight Schrute, Stanley Hudson, Pam, and others.
You've reached the Chicago Innovation Hotline. What's your name?
It's Kelly.
All right, Kelly, do you have an answer for us? You there, Kelly? Oh no, we lost Kelly. Guess we're jumping to the next caller. You've reached the Chicago Innovation Hotline. What's your name?
Hey, Paul, it's Howard.
All right, Howard, do you have an answer for us?
Sure, The Office.
The Office. That's correct. Congratulations, Howard. Someone from our team will follow up to redeem your prize. Enjoy the rest of the show.
And everyone else, too.
All right, we still have one more prize giveaway tonight, so keep an eye out. Back to you, Sandy.
Thanks, Paul. And speaking of The Office, did you know that several actors from The Office have roots in Chicago, including one of my favorites, good old Stanley, played by Chicago-born actor Leslie David Baker. And he's here to say hello.
Hello, Chicago Innovation Awards. It is wonderful that you're getting an opportunity to pass out awards for people who are doing great things in Chicago. I know it's difficult now during this pandemic and you're having to do everything on Zoom, The good side of it is that people who have never operated computers in their lives are now becoming computer proficient. And hopefully some more innovations will come as a result of people being on their laptops, iPads, iPhones, and Ouija boards and reading tea leaves in the bottom of mayonnaise jars and whatever people are doing to communicate with one another. What do I like about Chicago? That's what people wanted to know. The food. Oh my gosh, the architecture. Chicago has architecture like no place else in the world. There are a lot of places here in the U.S. where you walk down the street and buildings look alike, everything looks alike, cookie cutter, but not in Chicago. And the quality of the food, oh my gosh. Oh, you've got people from all over the world who come to Chicago to cook and, yes, to eat. You've got a lot of students coming out of school now who are going to be great innovators, and they're going to do a lot of great things in the fields of healthcare and science and social work and psychology and the arts. You've had a number of people come out of Chicago who are in the arts, and that is wonderful. So what do I like about Chicago? A whole lot of stuff, and you should too. So keep innovating, keep creating, keep motivating, stay safe, and do what you do best. Shine.
Thanks, Stanley, from The Office. Next up is the Accenture Corporate Innovator Award, celebrating a large corporation's commitment to innovation.
I think I see, are those beluga whales motioning for us to come towards them? To the Shed Aquarium, everyone. And to present these next awards, please welcome a diamond sponsor for Chicago Innovation, Shivani Vora, Chief Innovation Officer for Accenture North America.
Thank you, Luke. The first winner I'd like to present is Gensler for its Innovation Rerun, which is the recipient of this year's Accenture Corporate Innovation Award, to recognize a large corporation for its commitment to innovation. As COVID-19 introduced the world to social distancing, the impact on workplace capacity became an immediate challenge for companies and facilities teams. To address this urgent need, the Gensler Chicago Analytics team developed Rerun, a tool enabling the rapid visualization of social distancing scenarios on a workplace floor plan.
So when COVID-19 first introduced the world to social distancing, it became really apparent to companies and facility teams that social distancing in the workplace was going to become an issue that they had to deal with. That's why we developed Rerun, which is a computational algorithm that takes workplace layouts, analyzes hundreds and hundreds of different social distancing scenarios, and helps clients visualize what that impact is on their workplace capacity. We've been able to use Rerun on more than 10 million square feet across the world since we first launched, and have been absolutely amazed by the impact it's had on companies' return planning strategies. Thank you to the Chicago Innovation Awards and judges for acknowledging this innovation. It's an honor to be included as part of all these other amazing nominees and being part of the innovative spirit in the city of Chicago. Thank you to our clients for being open-minded and thinking differently with us. And thank you for the team of innovative team members at Gensler for helping to develop Rerun alongside me.
Let's keep it going with a new award category for 2020, the COVID-19 Response Awards, celebrating organizations that quickly pivoted and innovated in response to COVID. Shivani is down at the Shed Aquarium with those winners.
The first recipient of this year's COVID-19 Response Awards is InstaShield. To quickly address the PPE shortage at the beginning of the pandemic, a father and son duo designed and built InstaShield, a comfortable and affordable, patent-pending face shield that fits on the bill of a cap or a simple visor. And guess what? It's 100% made in the US from recyclable plastic, ships flat, and can be easily disinfected and reused.
I'm Dan Brown Jr., CEO of InstaShield. My father and I created the InstaShield. It takes your favorite baseball cap and turns it into the most comfortable face shield available. It's under $3, made in the USA, and 100% recyclable. Over the past 6 months, we've gone from product launch to selling more than 1 million face shields to over 100,000 customers. Through our Million Shield Challenge, we've donated over 250,000 shields to seniors and essential workers, and we have an additional 750,000 shields slotted for donation. On behalf of everyone at InstaShield, I'm honored to accept this award, and I want to thank the Chicago Innovation Awards for this recognition. Thank you.
The next winner I'd like to present is a Safe Haven Foundation. In partnership with the City of Chicago Department of Public Health and Rush University Medical Center, a Safe Haven Foundation was able to quickly collaborate to convert a 7,000 square foot space into a fully functional hospital-grade, 100-person medical isolation space to serve COVID-19 diagnosed vulnerable patients, primarily including Chicago's homeless, or those living in doubled-up situations and unable to isolate.
The problem that we set out to solve with COVID-19 is the realization that the homeless had nowhere to shelter in place. And they were the most likely to get really sick from it, most likely to spread it, and most likely to die from it. So we had no time to waste. We had to act very fast. Thankfully, we reached out to our partners at Rush University Medical Systems, along with the Chicago Department of Public Health, and we came up with a plan and a model that truly is a national model today that is helping connect people that are diagnosed with COVID-19 and being able to be discharged from a medical professional's office to a safe haven to get the health care and the behavioral health care services that they need. We could not have done this without all of our partners and without all of the support that we've received from the community, and especially the people that are working on the front lines at A Safe Haven. So on behalf of all of us, thank you so much for the Chicago Innovation Award.
We have one more recipient of the COVID-19 Response Awards, and this one should be no surprise. Adding one more Chicago Innovation Award to its record list of accolades is Abbott, winning this year for its rapid test that detects COVID-19. It is a breakthrough in the global fight against the coronavirus. In fact, the U.S. government is buying 150 million of Abbott's tests, nearly their entire supply for the rest of the year. Let's take a look.
We all want to get past the COVID-19 pandemic and return to living our fullest lives as soon as possible. That requires reliable testing to give us information we need to feel confident about doing so. That's why Abbott developed the BinaxNOW COVID-19 card, a test that's fast, reliable, and highly affordable, so it can be used on a massive scale. This is the first rapid antigen COVID-19 test that doesn't require any instrumentation, which means it could be used by healthcare professionals in a variety of locations, such as schools and workplaces. And BinaxNOW pairs with our complementary mobile app, Navica, which displays users' test results. With this combined solution, a person's COVID status can be quickly verified to provide confidence in accessing common gathering places. Along with good safety practices such as mask wearing and social distancing, that helps both to prevent further transmission of the virus and to allow users to return to more normal and active lives. We'd like to express our sincere gratitude to the Chicago Innovation Awards for recognizing the Abbott people around the world who've worked 24/7 this year to develop this important test to help beat the virus. We also want to congratulate our fellow honorees who are doing so much to make Chicago a thriving and dynamic global hub for innovation. At Abbott, we're continuing to make an unprecedented level of investment in testing, infrastructure, and manufacturing to get our test to as many people as we can. And we're honored to receive this recognition for our efforts and to represent Chicago on the global stage in the fight against COVID-19.
Next, let's move on to our Up-and-Comer Awards, recognizing innovative startups.
For that, let's sail into the West Loop to a place where our recent call-in winner can use those Boca Restaurant Group gift cards. I see Swift & Sons, where Shyam Krishnaswamy, Director of Corporate Strategy, Innovation, and Sustainability at Exelon, a gold sponsor for Chicago Innovation, is with some of our winners.
Thank you, Sandy.
The first winner I would like to introduce is Small Exchange, a startup with one clear goal: to bring more participants to the futures markets. To do this, they have created products to empower the individual investor, products that are capital efficient, simple to use, and easy to understand. In short, the Small Exchange is creating futures trading that is small, standard, simple, and accessible to anyone.
Hello, everyone. My name is Donnie Roberts. I'm the president and CEO of the Small Exchange. The Small Exchange was built to allow greater participation in the futures industry to take advantage of the products, their efficiencies, and their ability to create investment opportunities. At the Small Exchange, we learned many, many moons ago that the incumbent futures exchanges where products were too large, too complicated, and too cumbersome for the individual public investor to understand. We've changed all that. We've made the products small, standard, and simple so everybody can understand them. Ease of use of operational and functionality to give exposure to markets and investment opportunities not seen before in the industry. Thank you very much, everybody. This award, we are very thankful for the honor of receiving it, and we really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
The next winner I would like to present is Second Kitchen, a startup that empowers businesses to serve food using virtual kitchens powered by nearby restaurants. In the past 2 years, Second Kitchen has helped hundreds of bars, breweries, hotels, and buildings build their food menu and delight their customers without the hassle and cost of an in-house kitchen.
My name is Nick Anastasiadis, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Second Kitchen. At Second Kitchen, we're empowering every business with their own virtual kitchen so they can serve food or offer a food amenity without having an on-premise kitchen. That means bars, breweries, and venues can now have their own food menu without an on-premise kitchen. It means hotels can offer room service without losing money on food and beverage. And it means residential buildings and complexes can offer the hottest food amenity and events without having an on-premise cafeteria. At Second Kitchen, we're creating the future of food service, and we're super excited to receive this award. Thank you to the City of Chicago, thank you to our investors for believing in us, and thank you to the awesome Second Kitchen team for hustling every single day to expand nationwide. Thank you.
The next winner I would like to present is Sabanto, a startup that's solving the labor problem in agriculture. They've created a cost-effective, autonomous fleet of tractors capable of performing various row crop field operations such as rotary hoeing, cultivation, and tillage. These autonomous fleets have been deployed in 4 states, monitored by one of their engineers sitting in Chicago, and 0 personnel in the field.
Hello, my name is Craig Rupp with Sabanto, and we're a farming as a service company using autonomous farm equipment. If you ask any farmer what keeps them up at night, it's labor. It's not the cost of labor, it's the lack of labor. So we built a fleet of autonomous farm equipment that performs field operations, albeit planting, cultivation, and tillage. We deployed this fleet of equipment just west of Chicago in Harvard, Illinois, that performed tillage for 21 hours straight. The impact on the farmer was immediate. Instead of dedicating an employee to perform tillage, he used that employee to drive his trucks, which increased his efficiency by 25%. I'd like to thank Chicago Innovation for the award and also the support in the community.
We have one more up-and-comer winner to honor. This one is hanging out at the Wintrust Arena. Let's head towards the South Loop and turn things over to Chicago Innovation Board member and World Business Chicago CEO, Andy Zopp.
Thank you, Sandy. The last winner of this year's Up-and-Comer Awards is Hologram Hyper, an innovative SIM card that automatically optimizes to access the best cellular network, dynamically switching between Hologram's 550 cellular carriers across 200 countries. This removes the burden from companies needing to physically swap the SIM card in IoT devices, enabling them to save both time and money.
When we started Hologram, we set out to create a platform where you could connect any device to any network instantaneously anywhere. And to date, nothing like that really existed. So with Hologram, we really have been trying to expand the breadth and depth of coverage. So we have excellent reliability everywhere around the world. And you can optimize depending on the geographies you're in. So Hyper is the latest evolution of that. It allows you to have multiple providers on a single SIM card. So you can think about this, the way that Apple kind of has an eSIM functionality where you can choose your provider without having to swap your SIM cards. You can now do that for IoT devices with Hyper. IoT and connectivity can seem like this amorphous thing, but overall, you can really create a lot of impact by enabling people to connect devices to the internet. So with that, I just want to thank Chicago Innovation. And of course, thank the whole Hologram team. I didn't do this by myself. And thank you so much.
Having someone like Andy Zopp as the CEO of World Business Chicago is a reminder that we have some amazing female leaders in Chicago. And Chicago Innovation is committed to doing even more to support the next generation of female innovators and entrepreneurs, which they do through the Chicago Innovation Women's Mentoring Co-op.
So I joined the Women's Mentoring Co-op because I was kind of at a point in my career where I was ready for the next thing, but I wasn't quite sure what it was. And I was looking to get mentored by one of the fabulous women mentors I had seen on the list of Women Mentoring Co-op mentors. It was really nice just having somebody that was on my side, somebody that I could go to for advice that was, in my ear, that I was kind of also in my back pocket, that was just somebody that I could bounce ideas off of and get validation for some of the ideas I was having.
Female-owned businesses in the U.S. have been hit hard during the pandemic, with over 25% of companies run by women being forced to close. Now is the time to double down on supporting women, and we have found that having a valuable mentor can be a lifesaver. The amazing women in the Women's Mentoring Co-op community give me hope that Chicago can lead the way on true gender equality.
And thank you to our Women's Mentoring Co-op sponsors, presenting sponsor Wintrust and our newest presenting sponsor, the Flatiron School, as well as sponsors CBRE, Horizon Therapeutics, West Monroe Partners, Dialogue Tech, Reverb, and Accelerated Growth Advisors.
Now let's send it back to Andy Zopp at the Wintrust Arena to honor some more Chicago Innovation Award winners.
The next winner I'd like to present is CMC Materials, a global supplier of consumable materials for semiconductor manufacturers and pipeline companies. The company's solutions play a critical role for its customers' operations, including helping to enable the manufacturing of smaller, faster, and more complex semiconductor devices, and enhancing operations and improving manufacturing efficiencies.
CMC Materials is being recognized today for innovation that is used to produce materials that are critical to manufacture the world's most advanced semiconductors. Whether those semiconductors are used in your smartphone or in autonomous vehicles, the products we make are critical to make sure that the advancement of technology can continue to move forward. Our company is celebrating its 20th year as a publicly traded company based here in the Chicago area, and we were born on innovation. Today, our lifeblood continues to be technology, invention, and the pursuit of technical advancement in everything that we do. On behalf of the over 2,000 employees, and specifically the many scientists and engineers around the world who make up our company, I would like to thank Chicago Innovation for this recognition and honor.
I think it's time for another prize giveaway. This time, you can win any Tesla model of your choice for a whole weekend. Once again, we're going to ask the audience some TV show trivia. The first person to call Paul Kitty, our events director, at this number with the correct answer wins the prize. Now here's the question. What is the name of the fictional paper sales company featured in The Office?
You've reached the Chicago Innovation Hotline. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Laura.
All right. Do you have an answer for us?
I do. Is it Dunder Mifflin?
Dunder Mifflin. That's correct. Congratulations. A staff member will follow up to coordinate your Tesla experience. Have a great night.
Sounds good. Thank you.
All right. Back to you, Sandy.
As I said earlier, the office's ensemble cast featured several actors with Chicago roots, including one who also co-starred in the Anchorman movies. Say hello to actor David Koechner.
Hello, 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 the Chicago innovation community. As we sit and contemplate, and mostly sit and wait, what is to be done, what has become, what will be. You know what will be because you are innovators. Every opportunity, every hurdle, every obstacle is what? An opportunity to an innovator. You are innovators. You don't wait. You do create. Please keep doing it. It's the 19th annual. Why not? Let's go, go, go. Do mo. Success is in your mind, your hands, your body, your spirit. All the things that you do. It's the way you live. It's your vocational aspiration. It's your calling. Keep going. Keep going and knowing and showing. Whammy!
Thanks, David. Hey, it's getting a little foggy. We must be heading towards the lake. What is that dome down there?
I think it's the Adler Planetarium. In fact, I see Mark Schiffman, CEO of SMS Assist, a diamond sponsor of Chicago Innovation. He's down there with some winners.
Thank you, Tom. The first winner I'd like to present is Active Campaign, which is the recipient of this year's SMS Assist Entrepreneurial Spirit Award, to recognize a company that embodies an entrepreneurial mindset and is disrupting its industry. Active Campaign's category-defining customer experience automation platform helps over 100,000 businesses in 170 countries meaningfully engage with their customers. The platform gives businesses of all sizes access to hundreds of pre-built automations that combine email marketing, marketing automation, CRM, and machine learning for powerful segmentation and personalization across social, email, messaging, chat, and text.
This is truly great. I'm excited to even just be part of this event and part of this ecosystem here in Chicago. At Active Campaign, we feel that customer experiences are fundamentally flawed. They need to have more personalization. They need to be more unique to the business and to the prospects. Customer experience automation is the idea that we can do that. We can provide a unique experience for every prospect, every customer. So no two customers share the same content or timing or experience with the brand. Interacting automation with human touch along the way as well. And the good thing about that is we can do that in a way that helps small businesses, it helps entrepreneurs. And today we're helping over 100,000 growing businesses in over 170 countries. And that's really all due to the talent that we're able to find and the talent that I'm able to work with. The best part of Active Campaign has been just growing and being able to work with far more talented people than myself. So thank you so much.
The next winner I'd like to present is Flex Lighting. Most people don't realize, but the #1 power drain of mobile devices is the lighting from the display. Flex Lighting's technology is an ultra-thin, invisible, energy-efficient material that uses off-the-shelf LEDs to front-light reflective LCDs, enabling the ultimate display package, extended battery life, and sunlight readability like a Kindle with full color and video like an iPad. With Flex and a reflective LCD, we can still use our electronic gadgets as much as we need for work, school, and entertainment, but now can see them in a much more natural way using reflected light.
Thank you for this award. At Flex, we've sought out to help reduce energy consumption for many of the electronic gadgets that we use today, and our ultra-thin lighting technology we developed does that With an increasingly mobile society, we're trying to take our gadgets both inside and outside, especially with the work from home and work from anywhere future we're in right now. And rather than focusing on better battery technology, we've decided to use our technology to reduce energy consumption of the largest battery draining component in the device. So we're excited that our technology is used today in hundreds of thousands of industrial and medical products, and are looking forward to them into tablets and other mobile devices into the future. So thank you for this award. Thank you to the team at Flex, all your hard work and creativity. This is for you guys, and appreciate being honored for this here in Chicago.
Now let's turn it over to our founding Diamond sponsor, Alex Rothman, CEO of Theron Technology Solutions, to present another award.
Thank you, Luke. I'm delighted to present this year's Theron Technology Enabled Award to Induvo, an immersive content platform that gives people a much better way to communicate, collaborate, and share knowledge. Utilizing virtual and augmented reality, Induvo lets anyone rapidly create, distribute, and consume rich and interactive experiences. Military, government, healthcare, industrial, and education organizations use Induvo to reduce development costs, speed delivery time, and boost the impact of their content. Congratulations, Induvo.
Thank you for this award. I'm very honored to accept it on behalf of our company, Induvo, and thank you to the Chicago Innovation Awards as well. Induvo provides a training platform that allows everyone access to experts around the world. Our tool is used by educators, doctors and nurses, healthcare providers, scientists to share information in an immersive way to people of many different socioeconomic backgrounds and geographic locations. And we're pleased that we've had this recognition by the CIA, and we're looking forward to better things ahead. Thank you again.
Next up is another one of our sponsored awards, and this one is from our newest Diamond sponsor, Walgreens, which is honoring a company with its Walgreens Digital Transformation Award. I'm very excited to welcome our newest Chicago Innovation sponsor, Nicole Leiter, Executive Business Lead and VP of Pharmacy Transformation at Walgreens.
This year's winner, I'm excited to say, is No CD. This is an online therapy for people living with obsessive compulsive disorder. This is the most severe, prevalent, and misunderstood mental illness. NoCD's telehealth platform enables people living with obsessive compulsive disorder to receive live, face-to-face virtual therapy sessions with licensed therapists in this space. In addition, these patients gain access to self-help tools and resources, as well as can be connected to peers in their community that they can talk to and that they can work through and share their similar experiences. So with that, I would just like to say congratulations to NoCD, and thank you for allowing Walgreens to present you with this award.
NoCD provides online therapy for obsessive compulsive disorder, one of the most severe, prevalent, and misunderstood mental illnesses. Inside the NoCD telehealth platform, people with OCD can receive live, face-to-face virtual therapy sessions from a licensed therapist that specializes in OCD, as well as get always-on support between sessions with our self-help tools and peer communities. Millions of Americans suffer from OCD, but there are only a limited number of therapists trained to practice one of the most effective treatments for the condition, known as exposure and response prevention. Our mission is to ensure that no matter where someone lives, they can have good access to evidence-based, effective care. On behalf of our co-founder and CEO, Stephen Smith, our investors, and our amazing, amazing staff, we'd like to thank the Chicago Innovation Awards for this prestigious honor.
Nearly 150 years ago, in 1871, a great fire nearly destroyed the entire city. But Chicagoans didn't just throw in the towel, they rebuilt the city better than ever.
Stories and relics from this important moment in Chicago's history, which can provide lessons for today, are housed at the Chicago History Museum. Let's head there to honor one of our winners, who is alongside one of our sponsors, Angelo Buffalino, patent attorney at Vedder Price.
Thank you, Holly. The first winner I'd like to present is Horizon Therapeutics for their innovative Tepezza, an FDA-approved treatment of thyroid eye disease, making it the first and only approved medicine to treat this serious, progressive, and vision-threatening rare autoimmune disease.
Patients who have thyroid eye disease suffer significantly and can't do activities that we take for granted, such as sleeping, reading, working. It causes significant depression, and they go on often to get several surgeries per eye without any great outcome. And the great solution that we offered with Tepezza is a medicine that really works in the biology of the disease by blocking that inflammation and significantly changing the lives of patients, where we see significant reduction in double vision, significant reduction in the pain and suffering these patients have. And they've, in fact, gone on social media in many cases and talked about the great success they've had, leading physicians to change how they practice and treat this devastating disease. Everyone at Horizon would like to thank the Chicago Innovation Awards for this great honor and recognition. We're proud to have it and look forward to being back again sometime soon.
Spending time at the Chicago History Museum reminds me that we need to cherish and value wisdom that's been passed on through the ages. In fact, that is why we started Ageless Innovators, an intergenerational co-mentoring program for leaders in Chicago. Ageless Innovators pairs older and younger leaders as intergenerational co-mentors. It's a community of people who inherently value diverse perspectives, and in doing so, we are tackling the issue of ageism in the workplace.
Intergenerational relations are really important because we need to change the dialogue and the framework, the way we think about ages. It helps us put an even greater perspective on what our life has been and what our life going forward will look like. It's not always a looking back. At all points in our life, we need to look forward. And I think Ageless Innovators really helps us continue to self-innovate.
Through Ageless Innovators, we've seen how building age-related empathy not only breeds innovation, but unlocks a whole new outlook on life.
And thank you to our Ageless Innovator funders, partners, and sponsors. RRF Foundation on Aging, the Village Chicago, and Wintrust.
You know, I was thinking, it really wouldn't be the Chicago Innovation Awards without the Harris Theater. It's been the physical home of the awards ceremony for the past 9 years.
You're right, Luke. And I'm thinking that I'm feeling a southeast breeze. Let's write it to the Harris Theater, where sponsor Matt Hafter, partner at Thompson Coburn, is with another winner.
Thank you, Holly. The winner I'd like to introduce is 3Kit for its innovation Virtual Photographer, a flexible, efficient, and cost-effective solution to product photography. Built on the same technology that the founder of 3Kit developed for Hollywood visual effects, 3Kit's virtual photographer software creates product images for e-commerce that look real but are completely computer-generated. In doing so, they create product images at a fraction of the cost of studio photography.
Today, we're accepting the award on behalf of Virtual Photographer, which is a software that captures photos of products. A lot of companies out there have problems getting tons and tons of product photos that are of super high definition, and that's exactly what our software does, without ever having to take an actual photo. The results have been absolutely remarkable. We launched it just a year ago, and already, as of last week, we are the world's largest product photographer. It's a valuable thing that solves this problem of massive amount of scale for companies. We've taken over 10 million photos virtually, of course, this year for companies like Crate & Barrel, Lovesac, you name it. Once again, I want to say thank you so much to the Chicago Innovation Awards. It's such a delight to be recognized, and we can't wait until our 10 billionth photo and be celebrating with you here next year. Thanks.
I think my propane tank has just enough fuel to visit one last place before we close out the show.
Well, Holly, let's make it a good one. You cannot have innovation without science, and it just so happens that Chicago boasts the largest science center in the Western Hemisphere. This is the Museum of Science and Industry. All right, hold on to your hot air balloons, everyone. Let's make one last swoop across the city and visit with Chicago Innovation Board member and judge and co-founder of Market Strategy Group, Michael Kraus, who will introduce 3 more winners, including the winner of this year's Social Innovator Award.
Thank you, Luke. It's my pleasure to introduce NowPow as this year's winner of the Social Innovator Award. Headquartered on Chicago's South Side, NowPow works with an array of organizations across the nation, including healthcare, child welfare, housing, schools, and government, to build community referral networks that are aimed at helping people stay well and meet their basic needs and manage chronic illnesses. Let's give them a round of applause.
NowPow is a technology platform that connects us to those resources of our communities that we need to be well, to manage with illness, to meet basic needs, to care for others, and to cope with crisis as we are now. Since 2020 alone, NowPow has shared more than 675,000 community resource referrals with people. We've made 11,000 closed-loop referrals tracking outcomes, and we've added more than 46,000 care professional users to our platform. Our technology serves people in healthcare, but also child welfare, education, housing, government. We're so proud at NowPow to win this award. Thank you, Chicago Innovation, and thank you to the NowPowers and the people in my lab at the University of Chicago who worked so hard to bring this idea to life.
The next winner I'd like to present is Quest for their innovative the IQ Series compressor wall. Now, indoor agricultural growing rooms are challenging to get quite right. There are many variables to consider that affect plant growth, such as moisture, temperature, humidity, and much, much more. Quest's IQ Series compressor wall sets a whole new industry standard by giving growers the ability to dial the exact growing conditions they desire while eliminating the need for multiple pieces of equipment. Congratulations to them.
The Quest compressor wall was designed from the ground up to meet the unique environmental needs for the controlled environmental ag farmer, also known as growing plants indoors or CEA. Designed with energy efficiency, scalability, and redundancy in mind, this product allows plants to be grown economically and with a peace of mind that crop is protected 24/7, 365. No longer do growers need to build complex pieces of equipment or repurpose existing equipment to meet their needs. The Quest compressor wall allows for a single product to control the exact environmental parameters day and night for growers. On behalf of the many men and women at Quest that helped bring this innovation to life, I'd like to thank the Chicago Innovation Awards for recognizing this achievement.
The next winner I'd like to present is to Novartis Gene Therapies, the newly rebranded name of the Bannockburn, Illinois-based company Avexis, which won for Zolgensma. Zolgensma is a revolutionary treatment designed to address the genetic root cause of spinal muscular atrophy. This medical breakthrough is only the second viral-based gene therapy ever to be approved by the FDA in the United States. Let's give them a round of applause and welcome.
At Novartis Gene Therapies, we're working to reimagine medicine for children with rare genetic diseases. Diseases like spinal muscular atrophy, which is the leading cause of genetic death among infants. It's a disease where patients lose their ability to control their muscles and never learn to walk, crawl, or even sit up. Years ago, our scientists imagined a world where we could relieve the challenges of SMA for patients and families with the introduction of gene therapy. And through Zolgensma, which was approved by the US in the last year, we've now reached hundreds of families around the world and been able to address the underlying cause, the genetic root cause of their disease. We've been able to do this through terrific innovation and contributions here in the Chicago area. And we're really proud that we've been able to contribute and establish Chicago as a hub for this new innovative medicine.
And there's one last award, the People's Choice Award. The winners you've already met tonight were picked by the Chicago Innovation Award judges, but this winner was picked by you. We received 31,283 votes from the general public this year. Let's check in with the Chicago Innovation Skywriter, who has the name of our winner. This year's winner of the People's Choice Award is BMO Harris Bank for its Women in FinTech initiative, which addresses the gender gap in workforce and leadership within financial technology firms. In partnership with 1871, the initiative is a 3-month startup accelerator and mentorship program focused entirely on women-led FinTech companies.
Hi, I'm Ben Schack, and I lead U.S. Digital Partnerships at BMO. At BMO, we believe in creating a financial system with zero barriers to inclusion. One way to do that is by supporting a diverse community of innovators who are focused on financial products and solutions. We've seen a lack of gender representation and funding equity in the financial technology or FinTech industry. That's why we partnered with 1871 to create WMN FinTech, a startup accelerator focused on women-founded companies. Together, we're bringing BMO's and 1871's expertise and resources to support the growth of outstanding women-led companies. Thanks so much to 1871 for their partnership in this work. And thanks to our first cohort of companies, Pocket Nest, Hope Trust, HTMA, The Wealth Factory, and Chicago's own Expand HR, powered by ADCO. Finally, thanks to the Chicago Innovation Awards and everybody who voted for WMN FinTech.
Holly, Sandy, Luke, thank you so much for being such tremendous co-hosts. What a night.
That's right, Tom. It was a lot of fun rising together with you and Chicago's innovators. And don't forget to let your voices rise in the voting booth by November 3rd.
We hope to see you all again for our big 20th anniversary extravaganza next year.
Now, as we all say goodbye, let's have musicality send us off. So long, everyone.